Creativity is an addiction. We live for it. We also want to push it away because it keeps us awake at night, or it just drives us totally insane because we keep making the same mistakes over and over again, yet you keep going back to it, like an addiction. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity, totally uncut because we all make mistakes, so turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. Oh my, ink-stained fingers so early in the daily writing. It's who I am. It's what I do. Using a nib or a fountain pen is a slice of life from the moments after a goose feather was traded in for a sliver of metal precisely cut to hold onto ink, and then it was delivered to the page. The more popular nib or a fountain pen was first introduced in 1884 by a man by the name of Lewis Waterman. His goal was to create an instrument that solved the problem of ink leaks. You take a look at my writing hand today. You think he did it? The earliest nib, the tip of a fountain pen, was called an imbion. It was introduced to the world in 1702. I can't imagine what their hands look like. And what was the strength of their ink? Was it fully capable of outlasting the presence of time? I mean, I love going back into my daily writing of 29 years. Ink has a scent to it, and then you combine it with the texture of the page. The journey into those moments is a reminder of how important it is to use ink. Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. Ink on my fingers. You think I'm the only one? Put it out there. Let's talk about it. Let's learn more about the writing instrument. It's not a pen. It's a writing instrument. It's a tool. This is The Daily Mess. I'm a total time freak. Someone who is very loyal to their planned out day. It's not that I fear change. I have a problem with other people's decision, removing my feet from what's been very carefully planned out. Okay, first of all, it's 100% completely natural to feel uneasy. The brain sees it as a negative caused by anxiety. Someone who doesn't like change is called a diehard. We live in a society overtaken by very small teams who do not have a plan B. The moment that someone steps out due to sickness, the others face a workplace overload. And who wants that? Of course, I had to check it out with the experts. And they say that if you fear change, whatever you do, don't let it trap you in a life that you don't want to live. I'll give you a good example. I spent 26 years of my radio career not wanting to change. The reason why was because I had a different kind of fear. The fear of being fired. It's the entertainment business. I knew what it was when I picked it up, but I still had that fear of being fired, so I didn't want to change. Well, it's going to happen. I fought the change because I felt safe where I was. Well, that all changed on year number 26. When I looked in the mirror after that change, I literally said, "What was it you were fearing? This is an amazing moment. You finally get to change." I expect change. I really do look for change, but when you plan things out to the T, because I live a Google Calendar lifestyle, when something changes without your expectation, okay, I have a problem. I guess I'm a diehard. I don't like that kind of change. I want to be a part of the process. And the way that I worked it out and kind of smoothed things out instead of becoming frumpy and grumpy and angry was they said, "Hey, look, we need you for this. What can you do?" My comment back was, "Okay, I currently hear your problem. I can do exactly what you want me to do. But in order for me to do that, I need to do this." I compromised. I said, "Look, I hear, I'm going to create a solution, and then we're going to execute that solution. But you're going to have to work with me." Sounds pretty peaceful, right? When you break that down, what do you think it was? I wanted to be the one that was in control. I didn't want to be taken off my calendar and put on someone else's time and space and not be in control of my place. So once again, I listened to the problem, created a solution, executed it. Compromise. And it worked. It went very well. I wasn't really super happy about it, but being a diehard, I at least was satisfied. So when you find yourself in a position like that, where somebody is stealing your time, your energy, your space. This is their problem. What is your attitude toward creating a solution? And what is your plan to create an activation? To move through it without being angry, frumpy, grumpy, depressed. Compromise. I'm Arroe, and that's the Daily Mess.